Alright, yo, what is good, you guys? It is Justin back from another YouTube video. And today, as you can see, we have the NBA 2021 NBA mock draft, and we got Navi here to do it with us.
Yo.
Alright, so basically what's gonna happen is I have opened this website. It's called Fanspo. The link will be in the description. And I'm gonna give my pick. I'm gonna pick draft right here, and then Navi's gonna have his right next to it. So I'm gonna pick his pick for him, draft, and then we're gonna go back and forth. So yeah, but before we get to the video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and a comment on what other videos you guys want to see from me. And without further ado, let's get to the video. Now, Navi, I'm gonna let you go first. I think we all know who the first pick is, but I'll let you pick first.
Yeah, the first pick in the draft, it's a no-brainer. Cade Cunningham,
Yes,
consensus #1 overall pick. Compared to Luka Tatum, the best of the best. He's the most polished player in the class, but he definitely can improve.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the same thing. I have to say Cade. And I don't know, because it feels like whenever these drafts happen, it feels like the #1 pick is always like unanimous, except for there was, I think, like the Ben Simmons.
It was last year. Last year we didn't have a #1 pick. It was there wasn't a consensus guy that you were gonna take #1 last year.
Yeah.
It was between Wiseman, Edwards, and LaMelo, who all turned out great.
Mainly, it ends up being like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Cade Cunningham for this one too. Honestly, I think he has, like, I'm not to hate. I think he has kind of a high bust potential as well, because I feel like there's a lot of guys in the I almost said NFL, in the NBA, that are like small forward or power forward. Like, I don't know. I kind of think like people comparing him to Luka. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I didn't watch him that much, but I'm gonna ask you, like, is his jump shot, like, does he have a nice shot or consistent or what?
He can shoot, but it's just the way that he plays the game. I don't think it's going to translate well to the NBA. The way he tries to move, he uses his body, he uses his size. And against taller, stronger defenders in the NBA, that's really not going to work. His shot's nice, though. He can score, he can play make.
Yeah,
and if he can use his size, he'll be good on defense, too. So it's just, can Detroit harness that potential? Because he has the skills. He just has to pull it together.
Yeah, I think no matter what, he's gonna be the first pick. But I'm interested to see. I think he's either gonna be like rookie of the year, so like superstar potential, or like, I don't know, like a bust first year. But all right, now for the second pick, what's your pick for the second one?
My second pick is also my rookie of the year pick, Jalen Green.
I agree.
The most explosive player in this class. My comparison for him is Zach LaVine with better defense.
And a better
I do think
shot,
when it's all said and done, I do think he will be the best player to come out of this draft class.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like for the first pick, I feel like Cade is like the obvious first pick, but Jalen Green is like, when you watch him, it's like the explosiveness, like he has that, like that it factor to him, and it's kind of like, I think the Pistons might regret not picking him, but I think he's my rookie of the year as well. And even just like, he's not just like an explosive guy, he can shoot, he does everything really that you need an NBA.
If Jalen Green didn't, play in the G League, I do think he would be the first pick if he went to college.
Yeah.
It's just G League doesn't have that big of a spotlight. Sure, you get paid. Sure, you get experience. But the spotlight's not there. If the Pistons did want Jalen Green, they could low-key finesse the Rockets and move down one.
Yeah.
Which is what I would do.
The Rockets want to move up. That's what I'm hearing. The Rockets want to get the #1 pick. But
we'll see. We'll see.
All right. What about your #3 pick?
Number 3, Evan Mobley to the Cavs. Right. I don't think he's going to end up on the Cavs tomorrow.
Yeah, all right.
I do think, my Thunder will make a move up to snag that generational big man. But I do think he has – I do think he's he's a Chris Bosh type player. Averaged 3 blocks a game in college. He looks like he needs to put weight on, but he's 7 foot 250. If he can bulk up a little more, work on that rebounding, I think he's going to be great for Cleveland or OKC when we get him tomorrow.
Yeah, for my third pick, I'm gonna go with Mobley as well. I've seen a lot of people saying that he should go second to the Rockets, but I don't think the Rockets are gonna pass up on Green. So I think Mobley's gonna fall into third. And so for the fourth pick, I'm gonna go first. I think we both have the same thing. I have Jalen Suggs out of Gonzaga, because I think that the Raptors are probably thinking Kyle Lowry because he's unrestricted, right? He's probably
Yeah,
gone. So they're
yeah,
gonna need and Jalen Suggs, and also he's one of the. I feel like he's one of the players that's the most like NBA ready. Like right now, he can come in,
definitely,
like lead your
definitely.
team, be the point guard, and like he's also I think another candidate for Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the year, I do think that Jalen Green will average up to 19 points a game, 20
Yeah,
points a game in that first season. He'll be hard to beat. But yeah, I also do have Jalen Suggs going number 4. Um, when I look at him, my comparison for him is like a Malcolm Brogdon, DeJounte Murray type guy. He's a
yeah,
3-and-D guard, and those are hard to find in the NBA. And when you find them, and a guy like this that can come in and lead the new Toronto Raptors, no Lowry, no JV, that championship squad is basically done. We're rebuilding over there. The
yeah.
Raptors have some pieces, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them make another move for another lottery pick tomorrow.
Yeah, the Raptors they definitely have like a lot of those pieces. They have like a lot of like those wing guys, that 3-and-D guys that people would want. And wait, did I already do this? Oh, Suggs. Okay. All right. So now for the fifth pick, I'm gonna go for the fifth pick, man. I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling with this one because like the whole last few weeks and months, I've been seeing Kuminga fifth to the wait. Who's fifth? The Magic. I've been seeing Kuminga,
Yeah, it's the
but
Magic.
I've been looking at I'm not gonna lie, I looked at some mock drafts and every single one said Scotty Barnes. So I was thinking like, yo, did something change? But then they said that Scotty Barnes' workouts have been going very well. And I'm also
Scotty
thinking
Barnes
that
shot up. He shot up. One of the guys I want OKC to get if we stay at 6. But I do think that Kuminga fits the Magic's timeline more. Um,
yeah.
he's going to take a while to develop, but the way the Magic draft players based on defense, we've seen it a lot.
Yeah.
Alfred Payton, John Isaac. It's always defense. They focus on defense, and Kuminga is one of the best wing defenders in the class.
Yeah.
And Barnes is amazing as well. But it's just Kuminga definitely has way more upside, but he'll take a lot longer to develop.
So you have the Magic picking Kuminga?
Yes, I'm not scared to say that he might be looked at as a bust after the first season.
Yeah.
But people have to understand that he's a long-term project. He's a
Yeah.
very raw player. He's going to take time to develop.
All right, so I don't know. I was gonna stick with my theory and say that it was gonna go as like I've been seeing with Kuminga, but then I did end up switching because I think that the Magic also have the eighth pick, and I think that maybe in their mind they think they can get Kuminga at 8, which is where I have him. We'll see that later, but I have them getting your guy for the Thunder, Scotty Barnes. I think they're gonna pick him because I think if they think that they can get Barnes and Kuminga like that duo, like that's gonna be like a like really big. So I had them drafting Scotty Barnes at 6.
At number 6, I don't think it's a surprise. I really want Scotty Barnes if we stay at 6.
Yeah.
Um, he's just amazing at defense. If he develops a jump shot, he's going to be scary to watch. He could be a legit second option. I like the fit of him next to Shea. Sit in the corner, develop that 3. If he can become a good 3-and-D guy, I could see him, staying when OKC is ready to contend in the later halves of this decade.
Yeah. Hold on. So I have a question because when I've heard of Scotty Barnes, I thought he was like a 3-and-D guy, but as I've been reading, it's saying that his 3-pointer isn't as like consistent. So like, what is his like? Is it just like mainly the defense, like his main like?
He's a great defender. He's a great defender. He has Draymond Green potential on the defensive side of the ball. Without the whole menace type stuff, but
Yeah.
if he develops a jump shot, like I guess you could compare him, like as of right now, you could compare him to like a Kelly Oubre type guy on offense,
Yeah.
slashing, scoring. But if he does develop a jump shot, he'll be deadly.
Okay, so you had Scotty Barnes for 6 to the Thunder. Now, for my
Yeah.
pick at the Thunder, I got this pick from you because you said if you didn't want the Barnes and you wanted this guy, so I'm going to go with James Bouknight from UConn. Now I don't know
He
much about this dude, but I've seen he's a point guard. He can shooting guard. He can score pretty well. I'm pretty sure.
he's a great scorer. I have him compared to CJ McCollum.
That's a high
Exactly a guy I
comparison.
want with Shea. A guy that can score. He might be one of the best scorers when it's all said and done. Uh,
Yeah,
I think 6 is a bit high for them though. But knowing Presti, he'll go and get the guy that he wants.
yeah. All right, you can go for number 7.
All right, number 7. I'm gonna go Davion Mitchell from Baylor here.
Oh, I like that. I was gonna get Mitchell at 7 for the Warriors, but then you'll see. I have him at later in the lottery, but you can continue with what you were saying.
All right, Davion Mitchell really shot up draft boards during March Madness.
Oh yeah,
It's
definitely.
just he's like everyone's gonna say the Donovan Mitchell comparison because that's one of the best comparisons. He can score, but what really is gonna make him essential to the Warriors is his defense.
Oh yeah,
He has
he's
high defensive potential.
yeah, very good
He can
defender.
clamp up. He can clamp up a number 2, number 1 option. Well, we'll see if he can clamp up a number 1
In the
option. It's
NBA, he
just
did
with
pretty
Klay
well in
Thompson
college.
coming off that injury,
Yeah,
I don't see offensively. I don't see Klay taking a dip, but since offensively his game doesn't rely on athleticism like say like a Russell Westbrook type player, like his game
yeah,
relies. So I think he'll be fine on offense with shooting and everything. On defense, I don't think he's going to be the same defender, especially with 2 injuries like that at
yeah.
age 30. Uh, we'll see though. I'm pulling for Clay.
Yeah, so at number 7, I had Davion. That's because that's what I've been seeing in the mock drafts, Davion Mitchell, and I've been saying him myself. But I have him going later in the lottery, and I was just thinking about the Warriors. They love their defensive and the 3-point shooting like wing guys, and I have them drafting from Michigan. I said Franz Wagner because when you think
No.
about not that early. I don't know. I was thinking about like the 3-point shooting. I feel like that. I was either gonna get him or Josh Giddey for the Warriors, but I feel like he would fit perfectly within the Warriors system when it comes to the 3-point shooting.
I It's just Franz Wagner. I don't think he's going to be a good NBA starter player. I do think he'll be a good rotation piece.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to go that high tomorrow. I think if he does go, he'll be in the later first round, mid to late first round, round pick 18. I
that
don't see
late?
the
I don't
Warriors
know.
taking. If the mock falls like you have it, Barnes at 5, Bo Knight at 6, Kuminga at 7 will be a steal
Yeah, I
just
was
because
looking
of
at
his
that. That
defensive potential.
Kuminga for the Warriors. I was thinking either him, Giddy, or Wagner, but yeah. All right, so you can go for number 8.
Number 8, I think the Magic are going to trade this pick, um, especially with their timeline. They're in a full rebuild now.
Yeah,
All
they
aging
got
vets,
rid
everyone's
of
gone.
they got
I
rid
think
of
they'll trade
Gordon,
down
Fournier.
with more picks. What I want them to do, if we don't get pick 3, pick 8 for pick 16, pick 18, and pick 34. That's what I think they will do tomorrow. But if they do stay here, I have them taking Keon Johnson,
Okay,
Tennessee guard.
okay. All right, so
Very exciting player. Very exciting. Fun to
is he like a
watch.
scorer, scoring more a scorer?
He
Or?
can score. He can score. But it's not the scoring that it's like he's another I don't want to say project. I'm gonna say he can. I'll say like Victor Oladipo in Indiana. He can be that
Okay,
type guy with the defense and the offense.
yeah, like an exciting type of player.
An exciting player, definitely fun to
Yeah.
watch.
All right, so at number 8, as I said earlier, I had the Magic earlier getting Scotty Barnes because I think that they think they can also get Kuminga. I think that's the guy they want, but I think they can get him at 8, and that's where I have him going is at number 8. But also, this all depends on the Warriors at 7 because the
Yeah.
Warriors they might trade it or they could very well draft Kuminga. They could go with Giddy, so I don't know. But if Kuminga's there at 8, if the Magic don't draft him originally, I think they'll for sure draft him at pick 8.
What I'm seeing with the Warriors is I do think they'll be trading that pick.
Yeah, probably
Like I
Allen
said
Iverson
earlier, the
too. Depending on
Raptors, possibly Siakam. We'll see.
yeah.
There's a lot of interesting stuff that's going to go down tomorrow.
All right. For pick number 9, I'll start it off. So this when it comes to the rest, pretty much 9. I had a few guys. I don't know how to say his name, but Alperen Sengun. This center
Definitely.
dude from
Yeah.
overseas. Who
Hmm.
else? There was Josh Giddey, Moses Moody. There was a bunch of picks I seen, possibly for the Kings. And so I was either gonna, because I was thinking that Marvin Bagley is probably gone. So I was
He's
thinking
out.
that Sengun, and that's another center. That would be like another guy for them to replace Bagley. But then I was also thinking that Buddy Hield's probably gonna be gone too if they trade him. So then I was also thinking about Moses Moody, but I ended up going with Sengun, the center, because I think I was looking at his comparisons, and I was seeing that he could stretch the floor and shoot a little bit too.
Whoa, whoa. About stretching the floor, he has the potential, he has the markings, but what we're thinking, well, like everyone's thinking about him right now, he's a back to the basket center. He's an old fashioned big.
Okay.
Um, that's why I don't think he'll go this high. But continue.
All right, not. I mean, that's really what I was gonna say. Is that I had him. I was gonna have him to the Spurs because I think that's the type of guy that Coach Pop would want. But yeah, I
Mhm.
had him going at 9 to the Kings.
All right, at number 9, I think that this is one of the best fits in the draft. I have the Kings taking Moses Moody out of Arkansas. He's another 3-and-D guy. I love him. I
Yeah.
love 3-and-D wings. Um, I have him compared to Mikal Bridges. Like, just think of that impact with De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese. The Kings have done an amazing job at drafting point guards. Shame they can't draft anywhere else.
Yeah.
Point guards, Fox, Tyrese, amazing. Throw in Moses Moody to that equation. They're going to be scary if they can bring back Rashawn Holmes next year.
Yeah.
I could definitely say that they could be a play-in team next year.
Yeah. All right. So I for number what are we at now? Number 10. Who's
Hmm.
number 10? Grizzlies. So as I was saying, I was either gonna have Franz Wagner and Josh Giddey are like kind of replaceables. I think it probably would have been more realistic to have the Warriors draft Giddey and Wagner to the Grizzlies, but I had the Grizzlies drafting Josh Giddey because I don't know. I think is he a shooting guard? I think shooting guard, point guard, shooting guard.
He can play both guards. He's mainly a playmaker. He's a great
Yeah,
playmaker.
isn't he like super tall too?
Yeah, he's 6'9".
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like with I don't know, I was thinking about him like John Morant, like having another guy to like play making like pass to all those shooters they have on their team. I was thinking that would be perfect to go with.
And he can stretch the floor himself. He's another shooter.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. My pick's the same. I had him going Josh Giddey. This is another guy I want the Thunder to get. I don't. He won't fall though. He won't fall to 16.
yeah, probably
Um,
not.
he's amazing. He's in a great fit. Rumor is that's who they're targeting actually, Josh Giddey.
The
Uh,
Grizzlies or
with that
Thunder?
trade. No, the Grizzlies.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the guy they're targeting with that trade up, which was a great trade for both teams, by the way.
Yeah. All right, so now for number 11, I didn't know here. I was thinking about for the Hornets, I was looking at their needs and stuff, and I was saying either they were in need of like some wing help, like when Gordon Hayward went out last year, they needed some help at the wings, and then
Hmm.
also like at like big man, how like and so this guy I got right here. This might be a kind of a stretch, but I got Kai Jones from Texas as like a big man, and one thing I was seeing was that possibly him and like LaMelo would pair well together as like a lob target, I guess, for LaMelo. And he's one of those guys that I was seeing is gonna like take a while to develop, but I think he could be good for the Hornets once he does develop.
Not a stretch at all. I have Kai Jones as well. He's going to be great next to LaMelo. If the Hornets do stay at 11, they're rumored to trade down.
Yeah.
Um, if they do stay at 11, Kai Jones is the obvious pick. Very exciting. He's a rim protector. He's a lob threat. Exactly what your young point guard, your young franchise point guard needs.
Yeah. And then I'll let you go first for the Spurs pick, number 12.
All right, for the Spurs, number 12. I have them taking James Bouknight. He's too good to pass up here. DeJounte Murray, he's not really a scoring threat. Great point guard. I love defensive point guards. Now they get that buckets, that guy that can go out there and get buckets, James Bouknight. If he falls to 12, he's the obvious pick.
All right, so what I was thinking was I thought the same as you is where the Spurs need a shooting guard, but I already had Bouknight going earlier. And so I was actually going to go with Keon Johnson until I remembered that Moses Moody was still on the board. And I think like he's like the top shooting guard, so I had the Spurs because also when you think about it, DeMar DeRozan is a free agent, and if things go
Yeah.
well, he's gonna be coming home to LA. To play with
Okay,
LeBron
buddy.
to
Okay.
my Lakers. If things go, he said he wanted to come. We'll see if he makes it happen, but they're gonna need that superstar potential shooting guard. If they want to have a chance at being good or making it, because they have like a lot of young talent. They got Keldon Johnson, who I think is going to take a huge leap up next year. They have a lot of young talent, so I think Moody, he's going to be like the main, like the guy with the ball in his hand, the shooting guard, and so I think he would fit in well with the Spurs.
All right. Pick 13, the Pacers. Pacers are interesting because, they don't really need anything if you look at the roster.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of solid players on that team. Rumored to trade down again. I think it was pick 13 for Eric Gordon, 23 and 24, which wouldn't be bad. But if they do stay at 13, Jalen Johnson's the guy from Duke. Once again, sort of like the other small forwards that we've seen. Amazing potential. Nice wing defender. Just again, his jump shot's inconsistent. But if we look at the Pacers, they have bucket getters already. T.J. Warren, Karis LeVert. With his first season, I think he'll do what he needs to do.
Yeah. All right. So for my next pick, now when I think of I don't know why, but when I think of the Pacers, this next guy that I chose, I just see him fitting in perfectly with everything they have going. Like you said, they already have pretty much everything they need. But I picked Corey Kispert from Gonzaga. He's one of the
Good
best
pick.
shooters in the draft, and I just it's just like certain guys. I could just see him in the jersey hitting threes for the Pacers, just sitting on the wing. I could see him. I don't know what's the comparison. Maybe like he is kind of tall, and I think he can like play.
He could be a
defense
Klay
too.
Thompson without the defense. I can, something
Yeah,
like that. Well,
something
Klay's
like
one of
that.
the best shooters of all time.
Yeah,
But
maybe
he'll
like
definitely be a solid shooter.
yeah, maybe like how a Pat Connaughton is for the Bucks,
Yeah.
like just like
Yeah,
whenever they
something
need a
like
shot.
that, yeah.
So I have them drafting Kispert, and then for the 14th pick, now this is I have the Warriors going with. I know it's kind of late, but Davion Mitchell. I was gonna have them draft. That's the guy I was thinking at 7, but I think that he'll still be available because I think all the other teams have like other, I guess, needs, and I think he fits in like everything you said. He fits in perfectly with the Warriors with their defensive scheme, and if his 3-pointer can improve, then I think he would be perfect for the Warriors.
At 14, I have the Warriors taking one of the most NBA-ready guys in the class, Corey Kispert, the guy you had at 13.
Yeah.
Rotational shooter. He can do what he needs to do. Bench guy. He can score.
Yeah, I think he fits in well like with the Warriors just when it comes to just straight shooting, just like I kind of said for Franz Wagner. But so yeah, that concludes our lottery picks, but then I have 3 like what's it called? Like other picks in the first round that I think could be interesting. And I'll start. The first one I had is the Knicks, and I said now the Knicks are kind of in need of a point guard, a starting point guard. And I was thinking about Sharif Cooper. Now I think Sharif Cooper has has one of the highest potentials. And I was gonna have him going to the Rockets, but I think the Rockets already have Kevin Porter Jr. and they're getting Jalen Green, who's gonna have the ball in his hands a lot. So I had possibly them getting Sharif Cooper.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the same guy, Sharif Cooper. Really like him. Yeah, sorry, but he's not lasting past 18 or 17.
Oh really?
Yeah, he'll be going to the Pelicans or the Thunder. You can book that.
Of course,
or
I got him
someone
on the Thunder.
He's a guard. He can, Thunder is like, come on, take chances.
Yeah.
But
I didn't
like
even
you
think
said,
about the Pelicans.
potential.
That's a good idea because Lonzo might be gone, so the Pelicans that might be a future for him, I think. And then next for the next pick, actually number 22, I have the Lakers. I have either Chris. I think another guy that might be gone is Chris Duarte from Oregon. Now what I've been hearing is that he's one of probably the most league ready guy, this guard that's already in the draft. So I think I was thinking in some mock drafts he might already be gone by around 16, 17, but either him or I was thinking Trey Mann from Florida. He's one of the best I think shooters in the draft, and I think he would fit well with the Lakers. And I think if I was the Lakers, I would go for one of those 2 guys if they're still available. Definitely.
I'm gonna bump it back up just a little bit. Another NBA ready guy. I have him going to the Knicks at 19. Jared Butler from
From
Baylor.
Bailey, yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the more NBA ready guys in the class. And like you said with Duarte, he can come in, make an impact with a team that was or was in the playoffs last year.
Yeah. All right, and then for my last special pick, I guess. Now this is a guy that like within like my family, we're like super high on this dude. He started out at Kansas, and then he went to Houston last year, where he absolutely balled out. And if you look, bro, what I'm telling you, I was looking at mock drafts before the combine. This dude, I'm telling you, this dude was
He
at
was
55, like high at 59. And then afterwards, every mock draft, he's like high top first round, like 28 around there. So I think the most I've been seeing is Quentin Grimes going to Philadelphia at 28, and then the Suns at 29. But the one I have him going to is I think any of those he can go to the what did I say, the Sixers. He would fit perfectly. The Suns, I think the Suns have a lot of those 3-and-D guys like the Jay Crowders, the Cam Johnsons, but I have him going to the Jazz at 30. I think now they have a lot of those guys as well, but I think that he's another NBA ready guy. If his jumper translates, his defense is going to be there. So I think if his jumper translates and he gets used to that, especially on a winning team like the Jazz or even the Suns or the Sixers, I think he'll be a really good rookie.
Yeah, my third guy is Chris Duarte. You already touched on him a little bit.
Yeah.
But like you said, league ready. He'll be ready to fit into a contender. And I think the Lakers are one of the perfect spots for him. With Schroeder on the outs,
Yeah,
you're not paying him $120 million.
Nah,
I'll just start there.
Yeah, nah. He can go.
He's not getting that money in LA. Hopefully he'll get it in Washington when you sign and trade him and Kuzma and some picks for Westbrook. So Duarte can, be the backup guard.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a nice spot for him to develop behind LeBron. But so yeah, do you have anything else that you wanted to include or anything?
No, just ready for Evan Mobley to be in OKC tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just really hoping that we do see some trades, because I feel like most of the times when you're expecting trades on draft day, it like doesn't really happen. So I'm expecting tomorrow morning to hear some Warriors Thunder trades, like just people trading up, trading down, or whatever. I'm excited to see that. But yeah, I think that's gonna cap it off for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Now one more time, these are our picks right here. This is my picks right here, and then these are Navi's picks. And yeah, man, I'll leave Navi's links to his Instagram page, his podcast, all that in the description. And anything you want to say before you leave?
Thanks for having me.
All right. Like I said earlier, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and a comment on what other videos you guys want to see, and that's gonna do it. Peace out.